Drop a like on the video and you'll win your next game in Fortnite. In Fortnite's last update, Covert Cavern was supposed to be added to the map along with a ton of other secrets. This will be the Imagined Order's brand new headquarters on the map as they continue to fight the Seven over the power of the 0 point. But it got delayed. Luckily for you, I have everything you need to know about the future of Fortnite and this brand new point of interest, starting with its location. Just when you thought Fortnite doesn't need any more points of interest added to the game after Tilted Towers, well, I'm telling you, there's more. Covert Cavern was supposed to be added in the Tilted Towers update, but it got delayed, and this is where it's going to be located. We'll talk about what's going to be inside this location in a minute. Leaked in the files was this map and the location of this brand new point of interest. And as you can see on the map right here, this mountain is going to be the home of this brand new location. Dr. Sloan and the Imagined Order, they've been drilling their way to get on the map after what happened at the end of the Chapter 2 live event, and the map got flipped. And they're finally on this new island, the home of the Seven, and they need to set up a base quick. And this is where the storyline is about to get crazy. Now, you're probably looking at this map right now and thinking, I don't see much change here. Well, if I put the current Fortnite map on top of it, you can see this location changes drastically. The Imagined Order base, Covert Cavern, has done quite a few changes to this mountain. Not only has it taken the top off of it and it's now got a basin full of water, you've also got different entry points inside this mountain. So this point of interest is going to be pretty huge. As you can see, the stream going into the mountain, it looks like they've now got entryways into the side of the mountain. There's a couple of hatches on the side as well, which looks like entry points. But you notice anything familiar about this new location? I'll give you a minute. Yeah, it looks like the Grotto. The Grotto 2.0, baby, it's back. Well, something similar. The Grotto was introduced way back in Chapter 2 Season 2 and was arguably one of everyone's favourite locations. It was only around for one season until it got flooded, and then we never saw it again. Yeah, kind of sad, really. It was the home of Brutus and his mythical minigun, and it was an awesome place to drop. Brutus was a pretty cool NPC, but for this new Covert Cavern, this time, there will be the big IO God Trooper. Now, believe it or not, we've seen this guy already. If you guys remember the end event for Chapter 2, he's pretty much Dr. Sloan's right-hand man. Look, there he is on the table. And then this happened. And this time, he'll be manning Covert Cavern just like Brutus was, equipping himself with a mythical item. Yep, the new SMG. Currently, the dig sites around the map, if you guys have noticed, there's IO guards protecting them, and they're all holding SMGs. These SMGs, they're pretty overpowered as it is, but this huge IO guard trooper is going to be holding a mythical version of these SMGs. Now, this IO base, located deep within the mountain, is going to be crawling with IO guards. But why is there so many of them? What have they got to hide? Do they know something we don't? I mean, listen to this. Along with Tilted Towers, we got introduced to this brand new excavation site just located east of Tilted. And what are they digging up, you may ask? It's the skull of the Devourer. In Chapter 1, he originally arrived inside Polar Peak. He escaped, started destroying stuff, and then Singularity built a huge robot inside the caldera of the volcano in which to fight the monster. The robot arm got ripped off during this fight, which is currently on the map right now. And so is the skull. Is this just a coincidence? So the monster's dead, right? So why in the recent update, this point of interest will be turning into a cave? And inside, it's not going to be any old cave. You can hear distant groaning noises of a very, very large creature, whose codename in the files of the game is Catas. Listen to this. Now, you just heard me say the word Catas. Catas was the name given to the live event where the Devourer was killed. And after a few weeks after they're digging away at this skull here, this location will turn into a cave called Catas Cave. It looks like the Imagined Order have found another monster hidden underground around this area. I mean, surely they're not going to use it in attack against the Seven, really? The thing is, something of that size living in a cave like that is highly unlikely. If you guys remember the Devourer, he was huge, right? There is no way he is hiding underground. But what if there is a baby Devourer, right? Something a bit smaller in size that eventually will come out and start growing potentially. But as of right now, I can't picture a huge monster underground unless he's built into the rock sort of thing. Logically, to me, the only thing it could be is a baby devourer that they've found in this cave. But let me know what you think down below. But listen to this. Not only have we got groaning noises of a huge monster, we also have audio clips of bones creaking, which suggests something is still alive and living down in this cave. Listen to this. Now, I don't know about you, but it seems like something very fishy is going on here. The Imagined Order have just turned up on the map. They've got their brand new location hidden within this mountain on completely the opposite side of the map to the Sanctuary, the home of the Seven, who obviously they're in war against, which is very similar to Chapter 1, Season 7. One side of the map you had the Ice King, the other side of the map you had the Fire King. So you've got these two people in war against each other, and in the middle of both of them is the skull of the Devourer. Is it going to be a race to who can find this huge creature underground first, or do you think the Imagined Order have got control of this huge creature already? With all this going on, let's not forget about Bunker Jonesy here, painting on the wall. All the way back in Chapter 1, Season 8, after the volcano erupted, he hid in a bunker and he left a ton of cave markings. Future and past events were right there in front of our eyes, but one drawing stood out that people couldn't understand. Why were there two monsters on this drawing? You got the one in the middle and you got the one near his arm. It's all beginning to make sense now. That snapshot of Jonesy that got stuck in the bunker had been to the future and had been in the past of Fortnite by jumping in and out of the loop. I think we've pretty much just confirmed a new monster is coming back. Now, to add to the tension between the Seven and the Imagined Order running up towards the end of this season, a new rocket has appeared on the map right now in hatch number 2 after the first rocket apparently failed the mission. If you didn't know, the Seven are currently looking for Paradigm. They've unfortunately had a bit of a falling out, and from what we know, Paradigm is also Singularity. If you guys remember during this Cactus Live event, Singularity was controlling the robot to protect the 0 point, ended up taking the 0 point out of the ground, harnessing the energy, and destroying the Devourer that way. But when she did this, she accidentally left the 0 point unstable in the middle of the map. And that is supposedly why the Seven, especially the Foundation, is a bit upset with her and she's run off. They're trying to get her back. And from what it looks like, these rockets that are going up into space are to go and look for her. Because if you guys remember, she escaped in the robot. So she's up in space somewhere and the Seven are after her to try and bring her back home. Because Singularity is also Paradigm. I know, confusing, but if they're trying to bring Paradigm back, aka Singularity, she's potentially coming back in the robot. With all this going on, the hype towards the end of the season and what's going to be happening is going to be crazy. Hopefully you guys learned something new. If you want to, check out one of my videos up on the screen here. I'll see you guys over there.